stabbing cat fight about it, because that's probably what she'd like. So, I mean, my attitude towards Karen's just ambivalent now.
I've never, ever not got on with someone like I don't get on with Simon. Never in my life.
If Karen doesn't like you, she won't pass messages on to you from your friends.
I mean, I give him phone messages and stuff and call him when the phone goes, but he doesn't do that for me.
Don't leave your fags lying around on the table, because Karen and Spider will smoke them.
From what I saw of living with Simon, he's a pig and he's very hard to live with, and he's dishonest.
If you're halfway through a cup of tea, don't leave it on the coffee table, because when you come back to it, you'll find a load of fag ends in it.
He lies about stealing my food. He lies about which plate is his. He lies about little things, big things, absolutely anything. Where he's going. Everything.
You can do it.
Colin could never resist an opportunity for some serious posing, and so volunteered for the Polly fashion show, a show which just happens to go on before Karen's rival fashion extravaganza, Positivity.
Did you know, like Positivity last year, they had that one, they had Damien.
Don't compare!
No, I don't.
Don't compare!
You can compare, can't you? This will be just as good, if not better.
Right, I mean, this is a real laddie scene. You're the lads of the show, big, butch, bad, nasty, and bad.
The stress of my final year was starting to get to me, and Karen's presence around the house wasn't helping, so I headed for the sanctuary of my home in Liverpool.
I don't know what I expected to find, but it's just, I don't know, I'm a real sort of nostalgia trip. It's not, certainly it's not as wealthy as where I live now, but it's nicer. I like this area. This is where I grew up. I do come from a very sort of working class background, and definitely that's where I've inherited my politics, also from my family as well. State of my school, my old school looks absolute pit at the moment. It's a bit worrying. It scares me a bit that I've actually got to sort of go out and make a career for myself now. I've got to sort of fend for myself now.
Tell you what you do, if you just read out...
I guess Colin's just got to be taking part in something, anything. As well as the fashion show, he's been rehearsing for the Drama Society's latest production. Wow. And it's not going too well.
All right, 1 hour then.
And Dr. Bollocks also happens to be a professor senator. I can't remember it actually, Karen. I think you better come back when I've learnt it properly. But it's taking me far too long. And I really can't be bothered with it. Yes, I have actually. Sorry. But that's what I do when I'm very pissed off and stressed, and I really can't be bothered with this play, quite honestly. Because the director is just a bit weird. She keeps on, like, having all these fits. Whenever one person doesn't turn up for a rehearsal, she just goes outside and, like, goes, I can't see him anymore, there's no point in continuing, or whatever.
You love it.
She's a bit, but the thing is, though, she doesn't ever act up, even when she's, like, doing these drama rehearsals. She just is completely herself. She is a drama queen. Really? But anyway, will you come and see my play?
Yeah, I will.
Promise. And will you come and see my fashion show as well?
No.
Why?
Because you're competing with us, and I think it's extremely
But it
sad.
goes to bloody charity.
I know it goes to charity. It goes to the same charity, and it's a fashion show. And I really think there
It
are
does not
plenty
go
of
to. It does
things
not go to.
you can do to raise for charity without copying the university's exact fashion show idea.
Excuse me.
Terence Higgins Trust.
Excuse me. We're not just doing Terence Higgins Trust. Anyway, who gives a shit if it's all going to charity? That's really, really out of order, Karen.
No. You can do anything
else.
else for charity. It doesn't have to be a fashion show 13 days before our fashion show.
It's not going to detract from yours. It's a completely different thing. It's at the Poly. It's
It
not.
is.
It's not at the university. It's at the Poly.
For 2 fashion shows in the same city to get sponsors.
Well, we've got sponsors.
Yes, so have we, but it took a lot more trouble than last year.
Okay, well, so what? But it's still going to earn a lot of money for charity, and that's what it's all about. We're not getting paid for doing it. We're putting in a lot of time, and we're not going to force anyone to go either.
I don't want to see yours. I want to see mine.
And if you don't come along, then I'm going to burn your room down. Or I'll throw bricks through your window.
Colin, that's not a funny joke. Can you get the phone?
I can't actually remember when it was exactly that my dad moved out, which is strange. I don't know why that is. I just can't remember. I mean, might be some deep psychological reason for it, but I cannot remember when my dad moved out and whether or not. I remember him seeing us in Netherley when we used to live there, but I can't remember when he went or anything like that. Only vaguest of recollections. I haven't seen him for about a year and a half. I lost contact a bit really, but before that I hadn't seen him for about 11 years, so, and it's a bit difficult to stay in touch with somebody you've not been used to staying in touch with for a long time. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be quite nice.
I'd say this will be a bit of a flying visit. Next time I'll be able to go. I mean, I'm off for Easter for 4 weeks. But I won't promise, because you know what I'm like. And I'll ring definitely before then anyway.
That's all you got to do is just ring. And it doesn't matter when. We're always
I
here.
can give you the new address now, but this is getting terrible.
This telephone book. That's a good.
Students changed addresses. What can I say?
I should have just one page for you. It's a good job I left it blank, isn't it?
I do like seeing him. I feel uncomfortable about it sometimes. I think I'm meant to feel more than I actually do. People would expect me to feel more than I actually do, and I find it a bit sort of weird that I don't actually feel as much as I thought I would. The main thing I feel is regret about the lack of time I've sort of spent with him over the last few years. I don't resent him, because I think to resent him you would have had to have missed him. And I don't remember him as being a big enough part of my life to have missed him that much.
Okay. Cheers. And don't forget, just a call.
Back in Manchester, it was the university's open day, a chance for sixth formers like Karen's cousin Gary to check the place out.
I mean, I like it as I sort of came up off the train and everyone I saw was my age, students, and that's quite good. Because like usually
What do they seem like, the people?
People seem really
And 85% girls as well.
Yeah, for my course. That's quite good.
Control yourself, cousin.
One of the advantages, I think, is living in residence, that you'll get on, they're people you're bound to get on with.
Of course.
Whereas if you just have a house and they're 6 people, then you're more likely, you might sort of have
You'd be
differences.
mad in your first year to live in a house. At least you just can choose from people, you know. This is the library there.
It's quite modern,
It's
actually.
absolutely huge. I think it's the biggest library in the student campus.
So you're enjoying sharing the house with them? Getting on with them all? 'Cause you don't seem to be getting on. Do you like Simon or?
No, I don't. I get on really well with Emma and Spider, but
Yeah,
I
it
am
seems that.
quite sad that I'm not living with like my friends from last year.
Yeah.
I'm really sad actually. I can't wait till next year to live with them.
And what,
It's just so much easier, you know, living with people really isn't easy, and when you're not even friends with them, it's pretty hard to like say things like clean up or do this, do that.
do you think you
They
gave
just take it
Simon
the
a
wrong
fair
way.
chance, though?
Yes, thank you, Gary, I think I did.
Don't you have any sympathy for him?
No? What for? Sympathy that he's a pathological liar.
I cannot be asked having childish, pathetic, petty little arguments over milk
Just
bottles.
don't have them. Just walk away.
That's right, she's in me ear. In one ear, in the other ear.
And turn off.
Oh,
Just say
you
yeah.
have to, honestly, you have to, no, but you can't, you have to live there to appreciate 24 hours a day.
It's on a kill count and bury under the patio. You got away with it on Brookside. Those